It's the weekend, which means it's time for our weekly horror story. And this week we have a scary tale from Egypt. So grab your popcorn and settle down because here are your Egyptian ghosts. Welcome to my channel. This is a place where I tell all kinds of stories, including creepypasta, urban legends and folklore from around the world. And today we're looking at a very special creature called al Duwayes, also known as al Duwayes or al Duwayes. It's a pan-Arab ghost that's found in many countries across North Africa and the Middle East. The name translates to Mother of the Deserted Ones, but if you ask me, it should be renamed to Mother of the Dead Men, because that's what she's after. Now, despite her title, she doesn't actually look like an old woman. Instead, al Duwayes appears as a very attractive woman. Some accounts say she's even beautiful. She uses this beauty to lure her victims, typically men who are already married, but not necessarily faithful. It's said that she targets those who cheat on their wives or mistreat them because she wants revenge. She waits for these men late at night and takes them to an abandoned street, ruins, or the desert. Basically, anywhere desolate and far away from the city. But how do you capture the attention of someone who's cheating on their wife? You don't need to convince them to go out with you if they're already meeting someone else behind their partner's back. As soon as al Duwayes sees a man with his mistress, she sneaks up on him and whispers in his ear. Her voice is sweet and smooth, and she offers him something that will make any man's heart skip a beat, a chance to be with another woman. Now, no one knows what exactly she says to these men, but they always agree. They leave their cars, drive off into the desert with al Duwayes, never to be seen again. Some stories say that the men get lost in the desert and die of exhaustion and thirst, while others claim that al Duwayes simply kills them. In some versions, she stabs them in the chest and drinks their blood. That's right, she's a vampire. Well, technically a jinn vampire. Jinn are elemental beings in Islamic mythology that are made of smokeless fire. They can be good or evil and often appear in the forms of humans, animals, or other unrecognizable shapes. And just like genies, amulets can trap souls. There are 3 types of them. The first 2 are harmless, but the third one, well, let's just say you don't want to mess with that one. So when she's done with her victim, she traps their soul in one of her amulets, probably so that she can use it as power or maybe just for fun. And if you think that this terrifying tale has a happy ending, well, you'd be wrong. After she's taken her victim's life, al Duwayes comes back to the city and continues her killing spree. She preys on more men until the police finally catch on and arrest her. But even then, she's not locked up in a normal jail cell. Oh no, she's thrown into a tomb, usually the tomb of a powerful sheikh who had the ability to control genies. Somehow being trapped in a tomb with a powerful genie is supposed to stop a bloodthirsty ghost. But hey, what do I know? Now, before her execution, there's a bit of foreshadowing. Al Duwayes tells everyone that someday she'll come back and take revenge on those who imprisoned her. And wouldn't you know it, she keeps her word. One day she escapes her prison and starts haunting the city. She kills anyone she sees, regardless of gender, age, or marital status. It's only a matter of time before she finds her next victim. Now, you might be wondering, how does she smell? Because, I mean, why would you include that detail? Well, apparently she has a distinct smell that's hard to describe, but most people say she smells like jasmine. Not that it helps, because if you're outside your house and smell jasmine, chances are al Duwayes is nearby. Another way to tell if she's around is by listening to the wind. Some say, if you hear footsteps behind you, turn around. If you see nothing, then run away. Don't bother looking back, because whatever you do, don't make eye contact with her. There are many stories about al Duwayes, and her appearance changes depending on where you are. In Morocco, she wears a long black dress and veil, while in Algeria, she looks like a handsome man instead, though he still has the distinct smell of jasmine. One thing remains constant, though, and that's her glowing red eyes. Even if she looks like an attractive woman, don't get close enough to her because you'll turn to stone. Just kidding. Not really. Seriously, though, don't go near her. How do you defend yourself against a ghost, you ask? Well, there's only one surefire way to protect yourself from Umm al Duwayes, and that's by getting married. But if you're already married, I guess your only option is to remain faithful. But even that might not help, because in some versions, she targets just about everyone, whether they're single, married, or have a secret mistress on the side. I know what you're thinking. Why does she only target men? Well, it's not entirely clear, but some believe that it's because men are mortal. By taking their lives, she gains power for herself. Others say it's purely out of revenge. Women who cheat on their husbands should beware. After all, she could end up haunting them in their sleep, whispering in their ears, tempting them with visions of forbidden love. And if that doesn't work, she can always resort to the old-fashioned methods, the ones that don't involve whispering sweet nothings. Things like draining the life force out of her victims and trapping their souls in amulets. Things like that. Now, since this ghost isn't tied to one particular location, there's no way to avoid her presence completely. Sometimes she appears in mirrors or windows, and sometimes she stands in doorways. You can try closing your eyes and reciting verses from the Quran, but even that might not protect you because, remember, she's a jinn. Those things aren't bound by the laws of physics or logic, which means they can easily bypass your defenses. The best way to avoid being haunted by her is to stay indoors at night, especially if you live in an abandoned building or one that's rumored to be haunted. Also, don't travel alone. Always bring a friend along because, let's face it, there's safety in numbers. Who knows? Your buddy might just save your life one day. There are lots of stories about al Duwayes, but most of them end the same way. She's eventually caught and executed, only to come back and seek revenge on those who imprisoned her. The only way to escape her wrath is to flee the city or country she's haunting. But even that might not work, because she can appear anywhere at any time. So your best bet is just to hide in your house and hope she doesn't find you. Or maybe just move to the countryside, where there are fewer people and less temptation for her. Either way, don't blame me when you disappear without a trace. I'm just the messenger. I don't know everything there is to know about al Duwayes. For example, did you know that the gravesite she's usually thrown into belongs to a powerful sheikh named Abu al-Hasan al-Shazali? He was a great Sufi master and one of the most important figures in the history of Sufism. Maybe he can help those trapped inside with him, or maybe he's too busy tending to his own affairs. I don't know. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe. Until next time.